Today we're going to create a birds of color project. Before we get started, you're going to need a piece of paper. You're going to fold in half. So here's my other half. I'm going to fold in half, and you're going to cut out the paper. So I have my scissors and I have my paper. I'm gonna fold in half. So you get two equal sides. This is the extra one. And you would need to cut. Okay, so here's two equal sides, and you pick one piece, just like this one. And what you're going to do is you're gonna write your name. So my name is Miss Romeo, and your class code. So I'm gonna put KA, and you're gonna flip it over. Now, I have these circle stencils that I bought at a craft store, but you can use a cup. You can use a back of a glue stick for tracing, or you can use a water bottle for tracing as well. I'm going to use my circle stencils because I'm going to show you which ones I'm going to pick. There's different types of circles you can use. You could create big birds, small birds, medium-sized birds. I'm going to create the smaller birds. And we're doing primary and secondary color birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there are 6 colors. Okay, so there are 6 colors. So what are you going to do if you have 5? Well, I would erase, or I will put one up here for the one that has the taller legs. So you can play around with your circles. I put them in a row and then I put one on top. You can make your birds long or really short. Now, you're going to need a black crayon or black marker color pencil. And if you don't have black, that's okay. What you can use is gray, or you can use brown. I'm going to use my Sharpie, and I'm just going to trace all of the circles. And see, I'm taking my time and I'm tracing every single circle. Just want to make sure that all the circles are traced evenly as well. And I have one more to trace after this one. And I have this one. Okay, so now I have all of my circles traced. We're going to draw a beak for all of them. And the beaks are going to be all different sides of each bird. Now I'm going to trace each beak, which is the triangles. Okay, now I have that done. Now I'm going to draw a tail. The tail is going to look like a flower. And with the tail, you want your tail to have 3 humps. So I'm going to trace it. 1, 2, 3. That's one tail. And my birds are going to have a different tail on all the sides. One that's facing completely down. And play around with your tails. The tails do not have to be all the same size and all the same way. So make sure that each tail, it has 3 humps. 3 humps. And then I'm going to trace the last 2. And when I am done, I'm going to create the feet. So now we're going to create the feet. The feet are going to be a diagonal line with 3 small lines at the bottom. And you're going to do this for the rest of the feet. You don't want it all the way down to the paper because we're going to add some grass at the end. And for this one, I'm not going to add, I'm going to add little feet, and the bird is flying. So I'm going to add another set of fingers to the bird for the birds as the bird is flying. And then I'm going to add the last one. And see, the birds have different types of lines. So we have diagonal, and we have vertical line, which is a line going down, and the 3 little lines at the bottom, which are diagonal and vertical lines. Now we're going to color each of the birds. So I'm going to use markers, and it's going to be in order from light to dark. So we're gonna start off with orange, and you're gonna color your bird inside of the circle and the tail. Also, each of the birds will have an orange beak. Now you can use crayons for this assignment as well if you don't have markers. And now I'm done with orange. Now I'm gonna move on to yellow. And from yellow, I move on to red. And then from red, green. And then from green, I'm just gonna fix this because I went out of line a little bit. And the last two colors, which are blue and the last one is going to be purple. And make sure when you color, there is no white spots, so I'm trying to make sure that the whole bird is blue. And if you get outside the lines, that's okay. Take your black crayon or marker or color pencil and just go over it again. And the last one, purple. Okay, now that all the birds are colored in, you're going to, let me fix this real quick. Okay. Take your marker or anything that you have that's black and make dots for each of the eyes. And then you're going to take the black and make or pencil and you're gonna make a hand. I'm gonna show you with pencil as well. Now you don't have to do it for every single one of them, but I would, so I'm gonna make one over here. And I'm gonna outline. And I decided I'm only gonna do 2 for that one. And three over here. Four. So you can decide either to do 3, 2, or 4 for each of the birds. And we'll do that for that one. Now that they are complete, I'm going to take my marker or crayon that's green, any color you have that's green, and I'm going to make lines on the bottom. So I'm just making lines going down for grass. You see, I'm just taking, and it's okay if there's still white spots, that's fine, because grass is not supposed to look even or perfect. You want the grass to look natural. And here is the bird color wheel project.